Well, here we are, and on to Thursday. It's been brilliant so far, and that man, Willie Mullins, just keeps collecting those grade ones. Astonishing. But let's get on with it. There's a bit to get through. In reverse order, because I haven't got a clue what's going to win, let's start with the amateur jockeys handicap chase. Warren Greattrex's Heracles Westwood won a handicap chase here on January's Trials Day, so more of the same, please. It was a bit of a fortunate win when the favourite got hampered, but he still crossed the line first, and that's what counts. He's had a wind-up since, so every chance there could be more improvement to come. Anti-post favourite Jericho du Repenay and Joseph O'Brien's Kimrock are worth a second look, and that's my 3 for the closer. For the Pertemps Network final, we think this is one that can go to the home team. But which one, exactly, we've not a Scooby-Doo. It could pay to play safe and go for a bigger price with all the extra places on offer. So as I've got to stick a pin somewhere, let's go for Paul Nicholls, Absolutely Doyen. Points for, can't seem to stop winning. Harry Cobden up top to do the steering. Conditions should be just fine, should see out the trip. Points against, never run at Cheltenham, off a revised mark. If that's too much of an unknown for you, Dan Skelton's Ace of Spades would be my second choice. Thursday's nap is fact to file, going to post in the Ryanair. Won it last year, going to win it again. That's it, enough said. But of course I'm going to say a bit more, and I do think so far this week that things haven't always gone according to plan for Mark Walsh. And to me, it would be nice if he can land one more grade 1 for JP McManus in the green and gold. So after Majbro's disappointing effort in the Champion Chase on Wednesday, this Ryanair has to be his best remaining chance. Odds demonstrate that, of course, so you ain't getting much bang for your buck, but it's fact to file to put this in the outbox. Caroline?
Oh, without a doubt, this is fact to file's race. And I do agree that Mark Walsh is deserving of this, and for me, the Ryanair is the better race for fact to file to race in instead of the Gold Cup. 3 miles at Leopardstown the last day was a bit less emphasis on stamina than the Gold Cup here. So for me, that was the right decision, and fact to file should win the Ryanair.
Earlier, I'm going for Tihupu in the Stayers Hurdle, a fascinating Stayers where the old guard of Bob Ollinger and Tihupu will have to repel the new pretenders in Marchantu and Cabral du Mathan. I reckon this is going to be a humdinger of a renewal, but Tihupu is the outstanding staying hurdler of his generation, so his class will prevail. Probably. At least he's going to be lining up fresh, which is the key to getting the best out of him, and with an unblemished 2 from 2 this season, and this grade 1 the main target, everything looks to be in place. Now then, the young pretenders, Marchantu and Cabral du Matin. Marchantu looked full of running in the Cleve Hurdle, here on January's Trials Day, and seeing he's now won his last 3 on this track, has to be considered for Emma Lavelle, who, let's face it, knows a thing or two about readying a staying hurdler. Good or soft ground comes all the same, so he's got to be on my list. Cabral du Mathan is in that could be anything category, so not much else to say. Bob Ollinger could be the fly in the ointment for Tihupu, so with the youngsters snapping at his heels, he's got his work cut out, but I still think he'll win. Brilliant race in store, don't you think, Caroline?
Without a doubt, this is a brilliant renewal of the Stayers Hurdle. Now, I did see that Dara O'Keefe didn't knock the spots off Bob Ollinger when he was second to Tiahupu in the Christmas Hurdle the last day, so both have been aimed at this. But it's Tiahupu's race with Bob, Ollinger, Marchantu, Ballyburn and Cabral du Matan all having to show that they are good enough to sit at the top of the tree. Looking forward to it myself.
For the Ryanair Mares Novices Hurdle, it's got her to be going to Ireland this one, and I reckon that's with Bambino Fever. She's only been beaten the once, and that was by Gordon Elliott's Old School Outlaw, who ain't surprisingly next in the market. But despite some light rain in the forecast for Thursday, this ground is getting quicker all the time, so with Old School Outlaw wanting a bit of cut, Bambino Fever looks to have it all set up for her. Jamie Snowden probably has the pick of the home team with La Conquière, who is a great each-way angle, if that's your thing. But Bambino Fever's winning this. Caroline?
Absolutely agree with you here, Jaysella. This is Bambino Fever's to lose. I do think that unless there's so much rain, the going changes to soft. Conditions here are going to be perfect for the selection. Bambino fever to justify all the hype. So yes, that's where I'm sticking my pin.
For the Jack Richards Novices Limited Handicap Chase, I do like the way that Ben Pauling has progressed and progressed since the move to his new facilities at the old Naunton Downs Golf Club in 2022. It's a unique environment for a stable and training facilities, but hell, has it paid dividends? And that's especially true with his chasers. So I'm finding it easy enough to back Meet Me by the Sea for this handicap chase, with a quicker surface just adding to my conviction. Paul Nicholls' Regent Stroll obviously has a bit of class about him, and Harry Cobden getting the leg up is a huge plus, while Anthony Honeyball's Jordan's Cross won here on the trials day in January. Henry de Bromhead's Slade Steel rates the best of the Irish, but I'll be on Meet Me by the Sea for the two Bens, Pauling and Jones. In the Close Brothers Mares Hurdle, hot favourite Wadhoo can be opposed, I reckon, and it's Jade de Grugy to upset the apple cart, as they say. She was second in this last year, behind champion hurdle winner Lossiemouth, so that's pretty good form, huh? And I've got Willie Mullins and Paul Townend going on a bit of a roll this festival, so Jade de Grugy it is. I do get it that Wadhoo has done little wrong, upsides of Feet of a Dancer last time out at Leopardstown, but for me, that was a grade 3, and the run before didn't look the strongest, grade 2 at Ascot. Having said all that, Wadhoo does have a bit of a winning habit, and she was runner-up to Lossiemouth herself in the Aintree Hurdle last spring, so there is form there in the book. Gut feeling, though, is that Jade de Grugy's got her measure, so do get in touch when I get this one wrong. Your thoughts, Caroline?
Oh yes, I'm knowing your thinking on this, and I do say Yuz got that spot on. Also, the way that Willie Mullins has been scooping up these grade 1s so far this week, who would bet against him? The form they both hold against Lossiemouth is fully franked after the champion hurdle, so it's going to be a classic battle. The bookmakers this week look to have Jade de Grugy at a very tempting price for second favourite, so I know where my euro's going.